to put pressure on the McLaren. McLaren goes wide. This is going to be the opening that McCann needs. McCann taking the lead of the race. A great start for Jan, and I think a fast start for Webby means that Jan is going to be up to P2 already by turn 1. There's two very fast McLarens who are slipstreaming all the way up the straight. Webby closing the door, but he's got two McLarens on the inside. Are the teammates going to get through this next corner okay? Catching rapidly up to the back of the Ferrari, pulls to the inside. He's gonna have the overlap. Oh, a little tap the brakes there for Riviera. Didn't want to turn in and make contact with the McLaren. Not the inside, but then it's the outside for turn 2. Still side by side, a little bit of bumps. But gets the better exit, but then brakes a little too early. A little bit of a bump there from Boulder. Shuts the door. Oh, he said again. Wow! Wow. Sinead crosses the line and wins on Zolder. That is 7 of 8 races. to put pressure on the McLaren. McLaren goes wide! This is going to be the opening that McCann needs. McCann taking the lead of the race. A great start for Jan, and I think a bad start for Webby means that Jan is going to be up to P2 already by turn 1. There's two very fast McLarens who are slipstreaming all the way up the straight. Webby closing the door, but he's got two McLarens on the inside. Are the teammates going to get through this next corner okay? Catching rapidly up to the back of the Ferrari, pull it to the inside. He's gonna have the overlap. Oh, a little dab the brakes there for Riviera. Didn't want to turn in and make contact with the McLaren. Got the inside, but then it's the outside for turn 2. Still side by side, a little bit of bumps. But gets the better exit, but then brakes a little too early, and a little bit of a bump there from Boulder. He shuts the door.
Oh, he said it again. Wow!
Wow. Sinead crosses the line and wins on Zolder. That is 7 of 8 races.
And it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic once again back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side. Is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We are here for round 2 of the season at the Red Bull Ring. A lovely circuit in the middle of the Spielberg Mountains. And we are going to be getting underway here very shortly indeed. But first of all, let's take a look at Assetec Sim Sports, our sponsor for Phoenix Sim Sports. Remember, you can get yourself a 5% discount if you use code PhoenixSimSport at the checkout, and that'll get you that discount to be able to use on some awesome sim racing gear. There is some great stuff on there, and they have some entry-level stuff as well if you're looking to get into a direct drive setup and you don't quite have the budget to go for some of the big wheels. It might be a good idea to try out some of their Initiative brand. That could very well be an option for you. And then next, let's take a look at how the standings are looking at the moment. So, Villius on the top at the moment after round 1, taking 50 points. Jan Hessman in P2, Levi Jennings P3, Joel Carnelling doing very well up there in P4. Val Thunder P5, he's going to be looking to move further up the table during this season. Jacob in P6, Jan P7, Marvin P8, Philip P9, and Nick Neville rounds out the top 10 on 16 points. That, I am sure, is going to be flipped on its head during this event. We have got 25 drivers lined up for 27 drivers lined up for today, and the Red Bull Ring always does bring some great racing. So let's get on over. Actually, let's do that for now, and we will await the drivers getting ready for qualifying. So we are a little bit early today. Free practice just about to end. So it's going to be an interesting race, I think, for our current championship contenders. Val Thunder's going to want to do a little bit better than he did there in the Nordschleife, but we know Val Thunder just has that little bit of an unlucky streak at Nordschleife. Can he break that today here at the Red Bull Ring? There is only one way to tell. And before we do get ready here, if you haven't watched a race here before, welcome. Glad to have you with us. And how it works here is the drivers will go out there for 1 hour of racing. And during that 1 hour, they have to pit at least once. And they have to fill at least 1 litre of fuel. And they can, if they wish, take tyres. But it is entirely up to them whether they wish to do so. And Red Bull Ring might be one of those where the drivers might very well decide to not take any tyres and risk it on just being able to make it to the end on 1 set of tyres, which would be rather interesting. Let's go on over to the game now, because the drivers are on their way out for their first qualifying lap. So away we go. Qualifying is now underway, and who is out first? Looks like Val Thunder is out there first. He wants to get in there nice and early, get some laps in. And if I'm not mistaken, he's being chased up there by our current championship defender. These guys have been fighting for championships since season 13, if I'm not mistaken. And Val Thunder's taken 1, Graysix has taken 2. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top this season. We've got quite a few extra contenders, though. So it certainly isn't going to be easy. Although, our current championship leader might not be here today, so it is possible then that yeah, the championship lead may very well change today. All depends, but here we go. Basic taking us around 4 on up. In fact, we could go on board with Flo, and let's see if we can take a lap around the Red Bull Ring, which would be lovely. Florian Voller, and let's go on board. Yeah, there we go. I think on board is going to be the best, isn't it? So, here we go. Going to cross the start-finish line of the Red Bull Ring, as it is called. Down into turn 1, braking just after the 100-meter board. You want to try and clip that apex, avoid the sausage on the outside. It's just going to lift the car up. Probably want to just get the left tyres onto that curb. Use it to push the car around the track. Turn 2, not really a corner, but still counted as turn 2. Then down into turn 3. It's an interesting corner. It goes up in elevation as you go around it, and there is a little bit of a dip on the inside. Lovely around that turn 3 then by Florian Voller. Then down into turn 4. We're going to brake just after the 100, sweep the car in. The corner opens on the exit, so you can get on the throttle an awful lot earlier than you would normally expect. And into turn 5, braking just a little dab at the 50, get the nose of the car in, big sweeper, and run the car out as wide as we can. Open up the turn 6. Not very many turns on this circuit. Turn 7, we're going to use all of the curb. Flat out then, all the way to 8, 9, 10. And another little dab the brakes, very fast corner. Is the penultimate corner, run out wide, car on the exit. Hopefully they get out of the way very soon. We're going to use all the track on the exit. That maximizes how much speed we can carry around the corner. And for Florian Voller, it is a 129.050. So, for now, Flo a little bit off the pace at the top at 1.5 seconds. Val Thunder, 27.4 is the best lap there for the moment. And we're going to take a look at Linus, 128.5. So 1.1 off of pole for now. But in P4, so a good lap there for Linus. But is there a little bit more time in it? 15 minutes to go in this qualifying session, so only one way to be able to tell. Quite a few drivers with quite a bit of improvement though. Felipe in P18 right now, improving by 2.6 seconds, so I assume probably a little bit of a mistake. Hi Ryan, thank you very much. It is Phoenix's anniversary today of becoming a Twitch affiliate. This is very, very cool indeed. An awful lot of work has gone into it, and thank you very, very much, viewers, for supporting us on that, because you've been there through this whole journey, and we do really appreciate it. After all, it is you that we do all of this for. Linus down to P5 then as Mr. Scoot pops it up into P4. So 128.305 for Mr. Scoot. Graysick tries to improve that lap, 0.1 of a second off of his best. So for now, struggling to find a little bit of improvement. And he does then park the car up to refresh and try to go again. Let's go aboard then with Alex Passetto. Who improves by over a second, so 128.0 to jump up to P3. So car number 88, all the way up in P3. So Good stuff there from Alex Pacetto. But Levi Jennings then pops up into P2. 127.945. You know, Levi's got a good amount of pace, but again, a little bit of bad luck in Nordschleife. It did mean that Levi was down the order a little, so we expect him probably to finish a little bit higher today than last week. So let's keep an eye on that Nissan. Right now, though, no one really able to get close to Val Thunder. He just seems to have 0.5, a half a second gap, and half a second here around the Red Bull Ring is particularly huge, because that does mean that he's found that amount of an advantage with very few corners. So that is very interesting indeed. Hi Benji, thank you very much as well. Marcel Jonathan, car 306, another one that is making quite a bit of an improvement, probably improving on a previous banker. So improving by 12 seconds right now. So hopefully this is going to be a nice clean lap for Marcel. Let's see how we get on. Right now, probably going to be challenging around about P20. They're around about where Oliver Flynn is sitting at the minute. Oliver Flynn, car number 25, joining us once again. Back for season 16. Glad to have you with us. Marcel is going to come up towards the line. Improvement of 12.9 seconds. Whereabouts does he go up to? P18 for car 306 for now. So, 29.0. Good lap from car 306. Let's see how much further he can push forward from there. Still yet to see a valid lap time from Marvin Reisenhauer and Sarah Klein. So, and Jimmy Lutz actually as well as Maxim Beldi. So, 4 drivers right now with no lap time on the board. It is a big gap, isn't it? So, yeah, still no one able really to touch it. Val Thunder even struggling to improve on his lap time as well. Well, his last lap was a 27.5. Quali ban, there we go. So Reisenhauer, oh, that's going to be a tough run from there. P26 on the grid here today. He might have to think about doing something strategic, you know, boxing really early, getting in some clean air, and then just undercutting as many drivers as he can. While you're there, guys, a couple of drivers having some issues there. Not quite sure what happened there. Let's see if we can get a replay. So, McLaren going around the outside of Joel. Trying to. There's Joel setting up a lap. And, gets a tap from the car behind. Which is not ideal. So, that's interesting. And that's going to be something Stewart's going to have a look into. Ryan McLagan in P14 here today. I think he was one of the ones involved in that little bit of a kerfuffle. Wonder will that affect his qualifying session at all? Well, within the points. So, if you can hold on to this position, it would be, you know, a good number of points for the McLaren man. always, I'm sure. We all want to move a little bit further forward, don't we? Tomek Racing has got the gap down now a little bit more, at least. I do have one, yeah. While you're there, actually, Marvin, how are you feeling about today? Do you think it's going to be tough? I think maybe a little bit of a different strategy will work today. What's your thoughts? Well, we're waiting on an answer. Tomek Racing improving by another 0.1 of a second. But that's 0.1 towards the end of the lap. And it's just going to chip away on that lead just a little, but it's not going to be an awful lot. Yeah, so Marvin does say strategy might be interesting. Hope I can get through the field quickly. Yep, we'll be keeping an eye on you, Marvin, and see how you get on today. Good luck out there today. I hope you have a good race. Well, this is interesting. We look like we've already got a bit of racing on. I think that is, yep, Mr. Scoot, car 69, in a sandwich between two cars. So it does look like traffic genuinely is a bit of a problem here today. It is one of the shorter tracks on the calendar. So whenever there are a large number of drivers, then it can tend to cause issues because it's difficult to get some space. But right now, Sector 2 pretty much is completely empty, so it really, I think, is a bit of a question of timing. Anyone that could slot their car into that lovely big gap in Sector 3 now would have loads of clean air. As we see Kenzo trying to improve on a 28-0 at the minute. So only 3 drivers for now in the 27s. And then after that we have Alex, who's the first of those in the 28s. 28-0. 28-0 for Kenzo as well. So gaps are pretty tight, as they always are at Red Bull Ring. It won't take much to gain a couple of positions. We're talking milliseconds between being able to gain some positions. Yellow flag for car number 94. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened there. He's parking up and looking like he's just going back to the pits for now. Resetting once again. Mr. Voller, P11 right now. Probably would like to be a little bit higher. Did lead the Nordschleifer race for about 1 corner before getting unceremoniously punted in the rear, unfortunately. So his race was looking very, very good in Nordschleife until that moment. So he's got the pace. Can he pull it out here today? There's only one way to find out. Just less than 4 minutes to go here. We're going to be coming down into the final laps of qualifying. Although the drivers are spoiled today with how many laps they're getting in. Already, Tomek Racing has done 8 laps so far in this session, compared to last week where the drivers were lucky to get 2 in. Jamie Lewis back with us again as well. Great to see Jamie back on the grid with a new livery for this season as well. And in the McLaren too. So, good to see Jamie out there. Welcome back to the grid, buddy. And hopefully you can get some points here today. Right now, just hovering just outside the points, P23 for the moment for Jamie. So it's going to be a bit of a test there today. And, oh yeah, that little bit of oversteer out of turn 3. I know the feeling of that in that McLaren. It's tricky. Welcome back. Did not even realize that was an ad break there for a moment. Didn't really miss too much. Everything is still playing out as it is. Hello, Samuel. Welcome. Yep. It's going to be an interesting one today, I think. Thank you for joining the stream. The gaps are so unbelievably tight here today. I think we're going to have a very close field all the way down the grid. Adrian Kazuba has popped it up into P2, so car 909, seemingly out of nowhere, has decided to challenge Val Thunder, so he is 10 milliseconds slower, which doesn't sound like much, but here at the Red Bull Ring, my goodness, even that is a bit of a gap. That at least brings us some good news. Hopefully, Val Thunder is in for a good fight here today. I don't want to see too many people running away with it. Yeah, Samuel Kenzo has decided to compete in ACC once again. That is a very good question. But hey, racing is good, so more racing must be better, right? That's how that works. I'm pretty sure. And that does then round out the session. And it looks like... Ooh! At the last moment, sorry. We did miss that. Adrian Kazuba smashes in with the best lap of the session. Let's take a look at that as he crosses the line. So, Adrian coming up to the line. Boop. 127.417, and he does then beat Val Thunder by, again, a handful of milliseconds. So, Val Thunder, ooh, let's have a little hydrate. Nice. Nezatech 699 says easy. I don't know how easy it is to beat Val Thunder, but Adrian has done it. And Tomek is a little bit off of the pace for that battle for P1, so might have to settle into just a podium here today, but we know Tomek has very good race pace, so it's still all to play for. Levi Jennings not far off as well, so 4 drivers now into the 27.9s. Mr. Scoot finishes his lap. And Scoot starting from P8 then. And let's go back to the thumbnail for now. As we get ready for the drivers going out there. And let's get ourselves all set up so we are ready to rock and roll. And very shortly we will get a look at the grid walk, show you all of the drivers
It would be good if I went to Stream Manager, actually. Be a great idea. There we go. It's an awful lot better. You can actually see what's going on. So, thousandths of a second. I know, right? Absolutely crazy how close that gap is. So, this is going to be a very tricky race indeed. But hopefully a fun one. Certainly, I think we are going to get some entertainment. So, let's just see. So, just getting ourselves ready here. So, a couple of new names up there that we don't usually see. There we go. For those that like to do the predictions on Twitch, we've got ourselves a little prediction right there now. So, pop in your prediction for who you think will win this race. Do you want to do it yet? Or do you want to leave it until a little bit of the whole thing plays out? But for now, let's take a look then at the grid walk. So Adrian takes pole here today for the Red Bull Ring. And has a clear run down into turn 1. Quite a short run down into turn 1. So Val Thunder in P2. While he's got a good bit of clear track in front of him as well. It's going to be tough to challenge into turn 1 here. He might have to think about a challenge into turn 3 instead. Tomek Gracek sitting there in the podium position. You know, but can he hold on to it from Levi, who's going to be starting in P4. Alex Pacetto then doing well in P5, putting that car 88, not too far behind Levi Jennings. Kenzo will be looking to move a little bit further forward here today. Was doing very well in Nordschleife before crashing out. He'll be looking for a good result here today. Jan Hessman did very well in Nordschleife last time out, and we'll be looking to continue that. Mr. Scoot in P8 for the moment. Florian Voller in P9, probably qualifying a little bit off pace what he can do, so he'll be looking to move forward and get ahead of Scoot and Jan as early as possible. Marcel Jonathan then rounds out the top 10. Jan Ivanov in car 304 on P11 alongside Amari Amar. Amari in the stealth livery today. Sorry, Amar. Not sure why I haven't got your livery synced. We'll have to check that out afterwards. Linus then in P13. Joel Carneling alongside in P14. Joel all the way up to P4 last time out. So that'll be tough here today. The number of driver mistakes probably going to be considerably lower. But hey, you never know. And you just got to keep your head down. Daniel Volkov and Nick Neville, 15 and 16. The Bean Machine back once again. Glad to have you with us here, Nick. Matteo Lorenzetti in 17. And Ryan McLagan in 18. And to round out the points paying positions, Jonathan Crossland and Philippe Vaverke. And they'll be looking to hold on to those positions. Although Philippe in the pits at the moment, so we'll be starting from the pit lane. Sandy Whitman will be looking to get into that top 20. But with Philippe starting from the pit lane, that's probably, at least at the very start, going to be highly likely. Look at that livery. That is an awesome livery indeed from Oliver Flynn. Beautiful, beautiful car for car number 25. Glad to see you back on the grid. And glad to see car 296 back as well. Jamie Lewis back out there, as well as Felix Lau returning as well for this season. Was out there last time. Hopefully things go a little bit better here today as well. Brandon Fuller, as always, with us here today. Glad to have you with us. And Maxim Beldi in P26. And then next up, Jan Stoffel and Felipe Wichitiro in P27 and 28. That's another lovely livery as well for Felipe. Yeah, black and gold, always gorgeous, always works so well. Marvin, gonna have a tough day today. P29, serving a qualifying ban here today. Gonna have his work cut out, but let's see how he can get on from there. And then Sarah Klein in car 904, starting from P30. So we have got quite the spice. Oh, there you go. He wanted to start from the pit lane. There we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, quite the spice for you here today. Everyone coming up around onto the grid. Adrian out of position. So, although Adrian did qualify on pole, he is out of position. Val Thunder somehow is going to start ahead of him and gets a terrible getaway as well. That's going to allow then Gresic to challenge around the outside, but contact with Adrian. Both have to go wide. That lets Val Thunder run away, and Jennings up to P2. Kenzo might even have a go at her pole sitter as well. So, whew, an interesting start there in this race. Gracic's going to have a shot down the inside of Levi Jennings. He has to get out of the way. So Levi holds on to P3 for now. Kenzo's going to have a go at our pole sitter and gets around, or down the inside rather. Jennings going to have a go around the outside of Gracek. That's going to be brave. Adrian wanted to have a look down the inside of Kenzo, but yeah, outbreaking the last of the late breakers always is going to be a very tricky thing to do. I know that Kenzo does love to break very late indeed. And look at that gap out the front. 1.6 seconds already between Val Thunder and Gracek. That doesn't mean it's over, but my goodness, that is quite the advantage for Val Thunder right now. Oh, and I think someone just in the background there getting spun around. Yeah, Mercedes getting tapped by Scoot. I think that was with Alex Pacetto. Not quite sure who was at fault there, but someone getting the boop anyway. Marvin Reisenhauer all the way up to P13, having an absolute banger of a first lap. He's overtaken, how many is that? 16 cars in one lap. So Marvin has done an absolute bang-up job, and already very close to the top 10. Thank you, Leo. Joel Carnelling doing a good job here as well. He's putting up a little bit of pressure on Alex Pacetto ahead too. Can he make the move from the outside? That's tough at turn 4. As Nick Neville defending from Ryan McLagan behind as well. So might have a little bit of a cork in the bottle effect here from car number 88. A little bit of traffic forming up behind Alex for now. And that's giving Jan a little bit of breathing room. So this looks like it probably is the biggest battle on track for now. Let's just take a look at the replay. Best session lap for Val Thunder, first of all. So Val Thunder setting fast lap of the race for the moment. Yellow flag for car 296. Let's see if we can see what happened there for Jamie Lewis, who is making some good progress, up to P14 at the moment. So car 296 having a good race so far. Yeah, probably just a little bit off track for a moment. But seemingly doing okay. Oliver Flynn and Felix Lau going side by side down into turn 3. Flynn down the inside. And one BMW in front of the other. Flynn up to P15 at the moment, making some good moves as well. Let's take a look at positions gained, actually. So the biggest winners, Marvin Reisenhauer up 16 position, Maxim Beldi up 9, Jan Stoffel up 8, Sarah Klein up 7 as well, doing a great job there from the back of the grid. And then, unfortunately, Florian Voller down 15, Amari Amar down 15 as well. So, a couple of drivers losing out there. Marshall Jonathan, another one as well, down 12 positions. So, a couple of drivers struggling here today. So, bad luck probably once again. Marvin Reisenhauer into the pits. So, already he was feeling good there, making some great moves. But he wants to get out of the way, and yeah, Flo got taken out, unfortunately. Yep, seems to be the way it is. Oh, am I going to have a replay for it? I don't, unfortunately, right now. So Reisenhauer going to try a massive undercut here. Now the problem is he going to end up getting himself into some worse traffic as a result? Or is he going to have some nice clean air? Still in the pits at the moment. Car 76 now, the next one to come across the line and pass him. But it's looking like he'll have some good clean air. Adrian with a little bit of contact there. Let's see if we can see what happened there. So Adrian in P6, and like that is Scoot behind. Scoot down the inside, lovely move, and gets the move done, makes that stick. So great move there for Mr. Scoot. Oh, Levi Jennings, something has happened, Levi. Not quite sure what's going on there. Yeah. I think Levi might have disconnected, unfortunately, because we've lost him from the timing sheets. So, for the moment, Levi, unfortunately, looking like has disconnected from this race. So, that is not ideal. Great old battle here between Philippe, Jan, and Marcel Jonathan. It's going to come out on top, Lambo or McLaren's. He needs a space. And it is going to be the McLaren for now. Gets on the throttle nice and early and pulls away. So Jan will have to settle for P19 for now. Marcel Jonathan in 18. And let's take a look at the next closest battle then. It's going to be Lorenzetti on Ryan McLagan. There we go. There are all the positions gained. So Thunder up 1, Gresic up 1, Kenzo up 3, Scoot up several positions as well. And got Adrian putting pressure on Scoot ahead. He's got the pace right now. 28.1 is his pace. Not quite the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Currently held by Tomek Gresic. So Tomek starting to put the screws on a little bit and put a bit of pressure on Val Thunder ahead. So that gap is going to start coming down. Ryan certainly feeling the pressure from Lorenzetti behind. Lorenzetti wanting to get into that top 10. But Ryan doesn't want to give it up. Ooh, oh, that was interesting. Something happened with Scoot and Adrian. Scoot is unfortunately scooting down the order, so something going on here. Ooh, oh, was that contact? Probably gonna have to go back. Let's do Helicam instead. Didn't quite see what happened there, so car 69 come down into turn 5, down towards turn 6, and yeah, just doesn't quite carry the same speed as car 909, and gets tapped. Ads. Oh, freaking ad. Sorry, Benji. Oh. There we go. Welcome back. For those of you that did miss that, so let's go and we'll take a look. Helicam. So Scoot and Adrian battling over P5 and come down into turn 6. And Scoot doesn't quite carry the same speed as the Lamborghini and gets the boot, unfortunately, and ends up facing the other way. So Scoot down to P9. Adrian has also dropped down to P10. Where is that? In order to get back behind Scoot. There'll be some good sportsmanship at least from Adrian. And that means Nick Neville is up to P6. And Joel up to P5. So, Joel, who scored a P4 in Nordschleife, basically by just not crashing, is in P5. Absolutely phenomenal driving here from Joel. Doing a great job, just not making mistakes. And, yeah, having a great race. So, but Nick's gonna probably want to start putting pressure on Ryan. Taking a look down the inside, not quite enough though. Lorenzetti wants to have a go as well, but not quite able to. Hi Gannis, thank you very much. Good evening from Greece. Yes, welcome. Ball Thunder, doing very well here. He is, for now, holding on to the lead of this race by 1.8 seconds. And this will mean that he gains a healthy amount of points for the other people, against the other people in the championship battle. Because people he's in the championship battle with, all of them just basically aren't here. Let's take a look at who is in that championship battle actually. So let's see. ACC standings. So yeah, Vilius isn't here. John Hessman. Whereabouts is John Hessman? John definitely started this race. I think we probably lost John Hessman then as well. So unfortunately, another great finisher there from last week. Having some kind of issues. Levi Jennings, unfortunately, having issues as well. So actually, the top 3 in the championship have all DNF'd or have not started. So Ball Thunder looks like he could very well take the championship lead here right now. Joe Carling could very well be P2 in the championship if he continues on this run of form. but we've still got a long way to go here. Jamie Lewis putting a bit of pressure on Oliver Flynn ahead. Right the outside, that's... Ooh! Yeah, that was never really going to be an open door there. Up 11 positions, though, for Jamie Lewis and Oliver Flynn. So, yeah, that's very wide in the background from that Mercedes there. You know, even if Jamie were to finish in P12 here today, that's still some really, really good points and a great race. Although Felix Lau now looking like he wants to put a bit of pressure on the Northern Irishman. Potentially, Jamie just losing a bit of ground to the BMW ahead. Ooh, a bit wide there for Flynn. That's going to give the McLaren another look in, but don't go across the grass! Woo! You dip a toe on that grass and it will spit you out. And that gives all of the advantage back to Felix Lau then again. Who might get a little bit of a look here. Down into turns 9 and 10. Although that might be a ding there for track limits, because that did seem very wide, and while track limits in ACC do go right up to the curb, that looked like it was maybe a little bit past it. Felix gonna go down the inside of Jamie Lewis, and Jamie's gonna have to go out onto the runoff, and now the Mercedes is gonna have a go of Alex Pacetto. Side by side through turn 2. Ooh. Graysick getting past, I think that's a blue flag, who seem to be having a bit of an issue there. But hopefully that is all cleared with no issues. We can go back to this battle. Thank you very much. Screen, be lovely. Thank you very much. Ooh, a little tap from the Mercedes. Not enough to upset the car too much though, but enough to get a bit of a run on the BMW. Is that move done? No, it turns the inside then for Felix. Felix holds on for at least another corner, but the Mercedes is going to send it down the inside! And pushes the BMW wide. That is going to allow the McLaren back through. So, that may very well be contact resulting in loss of 2 positions. Because that was a bit of an audacious move from the Mercedes. He might have to give position back here. As Felix going a little wide once again. Ooh. Jamie Lewis very slow into turn 1. And that lets Alex Pacetto back through and is going to give Felix Lau a bit of a go here. The turn 3 down the inside is contact. And that might be a bump to pass too. Unless it's given back. So, while GT3, you certainly allow a bit of contact, making contact to make the move isn't fair, so whew, it is all heating up here down in P12 for this race. And I think that was Jamie going for a move, not quite, so he's going to have to settle there into P14. Alright. Alright. This has been spicy. Adrian getting past Lorenzetti. So Adrian recovering back up to P9. 1.6 off of Scoot, who he was battling though. Nick Neville has got past Joel Carnelling. Well, side by side with Joel Carnelling. So these guys are going to go side by side through turn 2. Nick's going to have the inside for turn 3. Who's the last of the late breakers? They're still going to be side by side, but I think Joel getting the power down earlier around the outside of the corner, and Joel holding on 4P5 at the moment, and Nick Neville going to have to settle 4P6, but Ryan McLagan is looming larger in those mirrors. Let's get my wee cheeky prediction done, I think. I'm going to bet, you know, let's have some big points here. Yeah. That's 50,000 points. I mean, why not? Just gotta send it, right? Just gotta send it. It's not like I get to choose the winner or anything, right? Jan Stoffel is another one that is early into the pits then. So 20 minutes of this race done. We're a third through this event. Joel up over the curb. That's probably going to be enough of a mistake to give Nick a run down into turn 3. He's going to have the inside and has a bit more overlap this time. Ooh, but just that BMW, just able to get the power on exit so much earlier. And Joel, he hasn't held on to it as easy this time, but he's holding on. But Nick down the inside of turn 4. That might be it, because it does stay the inside for a long time, but it's going to go left. And Joel's still there. Oh, great racing from these two guys for P5 in this race. Maxim looking like he's under a bit of pressure from Philippe here in the McLaren. Interesting. McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari. Yeah, Philippe looking to get through as early as possible, I think. But Maxim doing a good job to hold off that McLaren behind. Although was a little bit wide through 5 and very wide through 6. And that then lets Philippe through. Was that Marcel Jonathan? Or was that Amaury Amar, actually? So that might have been Amar unlapping himself from P17. So Amar can carry on, try and extend that gap. So we are coming down now into the area where we've been expecting pit stops, I think. Safe setup ain't it? Nope. The aggressive setup almost always is the way to go, and it's 3 into 1. Nick Neville gets taken out, as does Mr. Scoot. And Ryan is the one that comes away unscathed from that. And that was very interesting. What happened there? Nick, I think, was slow in the penultimate corner. He tries to hold to the right. I don't know why. Scoot goes around the outside. No, Scoot goes down the middle. That's going to be a bit of a spicy one, but yeah, for now, Ryan P6 and Scoot now P11 and Nick Neville P8 and probably, unfortunately, those guys will be carrying a bit of damage. Let's see. We'll go on board with Mr. Scoot. P12 at the minute. So in this pack, it doesn't look too heavily damaged, but it does mean that Oliver Flynn and Alex Pacetto and Lorenzetti, I think, are all now ahead. So Oliver Flynn now really in the thick of it. Ooh, Scoot throwing it down the inside of Oliver Flynn. And up to P11. But I think Flynn came back. Oh, but then goes really wide at 6. So, yep, Scoot then does take P11. Adrian Kazuba into the pits. So, going for the undercut. And that was a bit of a touch for the curb. And an unlucky spin there for Mr. Scoot, making bad things even worse. I don't even know if he was trying to pit there, but he is going to pit now. So he's going to also be one of the early pitters. It's not overly early. We are only about 2 or 3 laps now away from, well, 4 laps from the midpoint of the race. Alex getting this move done on Matteo Lorenzetti. Car 88 trying to recover some positions. Started P5 in this race, but down to P8 at the moment. And gets that move done on Lorenzetti. Alright. Can start looking at starting to charge down Nick Neville. Slight incident, yeah. You could say that, Samuel. Just an incident on the race. So, if we take a bit of a look at the lead of this race at the moment, everything seems to have basically calmed down a little. Really, the drivers are just matching each other for lap times, in P1 and P2 at least. That gap stabilizing between 2 to 2.5 seconds. So for now, Tomic not putting too much pressure on. They really are matching each other, almost to within. They're matching to the 10th of a second, almost to within hundredths. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens through the pit stop phases. But Max and Beldy into the pits. And is going to serve that pit stop. We need to put that on. Would be lovely. So we can see who has pitted and who hasn't. So Marvin is the leader of those that have already pitted. I think that was Sarah coming out of the pits there as well in P26 car 904. Sarah doing a good job. I think was doing better earlier, but you know, P26 on debut, not too bad. So and up 4 positions as well. So yeah, Marvin leading those that have stopped already. And is trying to make his way through the field as much as possible. Florian Voller then second of those that have stopped already, although had a very long pit stop, almost a minute in the pits, so quite a bit of heavy damage there for Florian Voller. Something has happened to Oliver Flynn, unfortunately. A yellow flag somewhere. Bit of a flash. That is going to be, I assume, for a blue flag. Oh, and that is really silly. Yeah, black and gold car there. Tapping Flynn and sending him spinning for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So he's going to lose a little bit of time out of that, but still holding on to P10 right now, and still having a great race. at the moment. Let's take a look at Passetto, who's going side by side with Nick Neville. And that looks like Nick diving into the pits then. And Nick into the pits. He's going to serve his stop for now. Get out of the way of Passetto, who now gets a free run to try and chase down Ryan McLagan next. Yeah, that's right. The safe setup really isn't great. Oh, we've got something happened. Jamie Lewis here. Let's go on board. So, Jamie Lewis coming under a bit of pressure. I think that's from Linus. He says, oh, car parked on the exit of turn 1. And Jamie makes contact. And that also then takes out the circuit breaker. Changing brake. No, Nick! No! Nick, don't do that. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, unlucky. Our pole sitter in P12, I think he has made his pit stop, so I assume that probably is lying to us. Let's look. Apologies. Bear with me just a moment. Okay, in game it's saying he hasn't. So, not quite sure what's going on there for the moment. I was pretty sure he had made a stop. But Adrian, in P11 right now. And we'll have to see if he has made a legal stop or not. You must fill at least 1 litre of fuel at some point during the event for it to be counted. Tomek Racek is working this gap down. We are now down to 1.3 to the lead. Look how close that is right now. Next up is Brandon Fuller we've got to get past. Brandon getting out of the way nicely. Lovely done. And Tomek trying to chase down the race leader since lap 1, since turn 1. Kenzo next into the pits then as well. So we are now after the halfway point. So now we're going to start to see more drivers pitting since we are past the halfway point. So Kenzo in, Alex Passetto in, Marcel Jonathan in, and Jamie Lewis in as well. So this is where we're going to start to see Marvin recovering quite a few positions. Oh, Jamie. Yeah. What happened there, buddy? That must have been some pretty heavy damage as well. Yeah, that's right, Samuel. Yeah, loads are pitting now. Oliver in, Philippe in. So the order will be mixed up a considerable bit here. Can't park there, mate. You are correct, good sir. And again, that's going to have to be something the stewards are going to have a look at. Because, yep, you just can't park wherever you want to. Tomek now in as well as Jan. Val Thunder going for his classic overcut. And Joel in as well. So Val Thunder is going to keep going for a little while longer. Let's keep an eye on his pace then for the moment. Last lap 28.7. And it's going to be interesting to compare that with Tomek when he comes out. Kenzo already served his pit up to P6. Holding on to P6 right now. We'll probably get past Jan and Joel here in a moment. Linus is in. Tomek on the way out of the pits now. Interesting. So Tomek and Kenzo very close in their pit stops. 28.7 and 28.3 for Tomek and Kenzo. So pretty quick stops. Oh, Adrian has not served a pit stop. He was serving a drive-through. That is why he is in P5, and he still has that one by his name, because unfortunately he was serving a drive-through, and that's why he did enter the pit lane. But he's going to have to stop at some point. Ryan McLagan now in as well. Sarah letting Voller through. Voller recovering up to P12 at the moment. Again, would have wanted to be considerably further forward. But only lost 2 positions out of this race. So, a reasonable recovery. Marvin's done a great job to recover up to P6. And Adrian does then pit. So this is him serving his mandatory stop now, I would imagine. And Marvin may very well get up to P4 in this race. So, interesting stuff. Crossing the scoot here. No, they're not fighting over P20. I think that is Lorenzetti, who must be lapped. Oh no, Lorenzetti P9. So Lorenzetti must be doing the lapping. So, let's take a look once again at how everything is looking. So, Tomek coming around. This should be to finish his first flying lap. 28.2. So, 0.2 of a second quicker than Val Thunder on that previous lap. So, for now, Grasic looking like he's going to have a little bit of an advantage, having pit earlier. Flynn and Alex going side by side, and Flynn gets tapped by Adrian. This has been a tough day for our pole sitter. Let's take a look. Flynn has been doing a great job here, coming up through the field, and oh, it just went from bad to worse, unfortunately, for Adrian. And he's got the pace, and just has had too many incidents this race. But hopefully, that just means that next time out, he can recover better, or he can hold on to it and have a great race from pole. Might very well have a go here down into turn 1. A little bit of a flash of the lights, try to distract the car ahead. Blue flag getting out of the way, lovely. Oh, and makes contact again. That almost certainly was contact. Almost a bump and pass. Oh. Not great, not great. Well, Thunder now coming up behind. And going to have to work his way through a bit of traffic here. 1.8 is the gap between Val Thunder and Graysick. I think Val Thunder had to pit this lap, otherwise he risked getting undercut. It does make sense at the moment too. Yep, there we go. Flynn getting out of the way. Very nice. It does make sense to pit around about this time anyway. Flynn now letting Graysick through as well. So that teases up for a spicy race to the end of this event. 20 minutes to go. 1 second split the top two. And Kenzo only 5 seconds behind as well. So if we see any fireworks, then Kenzo could very well take advantage. Worst case, it would be a good podium for Kenzo here today. Marvin Weisenhower has done an awesome job to stick it in P4 here as well. Adrian getting past Philippe Vaverka. And now recovering up to P13 in this race. Next up, Marcel Jonathan, if he can catch him. But that might be a big ask. Nick Neville pitting again. I wonder what that's for. For track limits. Track limits are insanely difficult here at the Red Bull Ring. They can catch out so unbelievably easy. Lorenzetti on the back of Alex Picetto. He's going to want to make a move. Try and get up into P8. Eye on Nick to see if we can get a little bit of info on what happened there. Jan Stoffel still hasn't pitted as well, or well, yeah, has pitted, probably just a graphical glitch there. Adrian in the wars again. So contact again for Adrian, and it's likely to be with a blue flag because I don't see any other cars around him. See if we can see if it will highlight it for us. Yeah. Black and gold McLaren. And, yeah, bit of a touch. Next up then is going to be, he's lapping Jamie Lewis here. Next car up the road. But this fight between Picetto and Lorenzetti is starting to heat up a bit. Don't worry everyone, that is not Marcel Jonathan warping to the front of the grid. That is just a timing glitch here. Should correct itself in just a moment. There we go. That should be us correct now. Flag involving Brandon somehow. Let's take a look at what happened there. Down into 5. And looking to let the cars past. Okay. Probably nothing of major consequence. Oh, Nick. Sorry to hear that, mate. You were having such a good race out there today. But Lorenzetti is going to be the next one up to try and have a go. This probably is going to be the battle that entertains us for the next little bit. Cancel the damage repair and change brakes. Yep. I know that feeling. I've done that before. You're not the only one that suffered from it. But it is very frustrating indeed. Got a little bit of a lull in the action. We will just take an advert now so that we don't end up causing any problems in the last 15 minutes of this race. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are going to have to wind back. You join us just as Graysick has a little bit of a look at Val Thunder. We're going to have to probably stick with this battle for a moment before we do wind back to see what actually happened. Yep, here we go. Yep, exactly. Because we did get a yellow flag there for Val Thunder. So Grace has gone a little wide. That's going to give a bit of time back to Val Thunder. So let's just take a look at the replay now, so we can see what's going on. Come down the main straight. And what's going to happen? Blue flag. Yeah. That was our pole sitter. Catching the curb on the inside. And spinning out on the exit of the corner. And Val Thunder just catching him, unfortunately. And that allowed Graysick to close right up to his bumper and have a bit of a go. I'm on board Graysick. Oh, yeah, Nick. You're going to have the most incredible view. Brandon Fuller's done a good job in this race. Up to P18. So that's going to be a handful of points for car 973. He'll be happy with that. And in a battle with Jonathan Crossan right now. So he's going to have fun until the end of this race. Jonathan going to have a bit of a go, I think. Front row seat, yep, exactly. And this looks like Crossland's gonna take this. Oh, we just swapped at that wrong time. Let's just go back 10. Helicam. Jonathan down the inside, and yeah, Ooh, Brandon doesn't was going to look for the switchback. He wasn't going to challenge the actual overtake too much, but wanted the switchback. Although, Crossland back behind again. So let's see if we can see what happened there. Oh, Jonathan up over the curb gets a little bit of a boop from Brandon. And little flash. Oh, okay. Let's Brandon back past. Interesting. I thought that was a good move. So didn't really see any issues there, but Jonathan didn't feel like it was fair, and let's Brandon Fuller back past again, so that they can continue their fight, or probably just wants a bit of fun. That's also very possible too. So Florian up to P10, Linus in P11 trying to challenge. Florian trying to break the toe down into turn 9. This is probably going to be about as high as Florian is going to be able to finish here today. 10 minutes to go, 18 seconds to the car in front. So it is unlikely that Flo is going to be able to catch up to Lorenzetti. So this is probably going to be the best battle he's going to get all day. Linus going very wide. Go on, boys. Yep, exactly. This is two stewards going head to head. They know each other very well. They've been racing side by side for a long time. And that's not too bad for Flo today. They've recovered to P10. You know, again, it's not what he would have wanted, especially, you know, taking the lead in Nordschleife last week. You know, to have such high hopes for this season, and to have had such a tough start. You know, with it all going wrong in Nordschleife, with getting contact again in this race, you know, that's tough going. But to have recovered back up there to P10, I mean, that's got to be a bit of achievement in itself, you know. And that might have been the best position anyway, because, you know, he's 19 seconds away from the next car, even without the crash. He'd probably be looking at a P8 maximum, based on his best pace. Obviously that is hard to judge, because whenever you do get crashed into, sometimes that can make you less confident and make it harder to drive, or sometimes it can make you more confident and even more determined. Let's get back on board with this fight. Ooh, that looked like a bit of a spicy one. Florian round the outside. Linus tries to hold on to it down the inside. Little tap, but Florian on the throttle earlier. Linus is carrying a bit of damage. Val Thunder also coming up very close behind as well. So Linus is going to have to give up position first of all. Let the leader through. Now, let me know your thoughts. Is it better in this case to be the driver in front or the driver behind? Because if you're the driver behind, you can let the leader through, and then you can lock in behind the leader and try to take advantage. But if you're the car in front, then you know the car behind you has to make the move first, has to let the leader through first, and then you can think about squaring up where's best to let the leader through. Although Linus is just going to fight Flo. There we go. But yeah, he's going to have to let Val Thunder through now, because he caught him so much in turn 1. So it was a brave attempt, but you know, he's just going to have to lock in behind Val Thunder now. Don't touch Val Thunder. That's what you definitely don't want to do. You don't want to be the guy that makes contact with the leader. That's not ideal. Flo up next then. So he's going to have to let Val Thunder through at a reasonable opportunity, but without letting Linus through. And he might do it here. There we go. That is about as sweet as Flo could have wanted there. And he wanted Val Thunder to get on the par a bit earlier, but he didn't quite. But that's not bad at all. I think Flo will be pretty happy with that. And that didn't really affect the lead too much there as well. Still 3 seconds. So Val Thunder has just been absolutely flying in this section of the race. In fact, he set the fastest lap of the race on lap 33 after setting the fastest lap of the race the previous lap. So he is absolutely flying right now. Oliver Flynn having a dive down the inside of Vaverka, getting a move done on Vaverka, so back up to P13. Arguably could have been a little bit better there today, but contact earlier in the race, unfortunately, has meant he's lost a considerable amount of time. Probably should have been up there beside Adrian, who was our pole sitter. Car 909 has a yellow flag, so what happened there? Cheeky heli cam. Five minutes to go. And we are now into the final couple of laps in this race. Absolutely nothing. Wonderful. Thank you very much, ACC TV. Great stuff. I'm just kidding. Oh, dear me. My voice is starting to go. Oh, and, yeah. Unfortunately for Maxim, he's had to box because, fuel calculation. Yep. Again, you're not the first person, and you'll not be the last that has been screwed over by fuel calcs. Always put in an extra couple of liters. Yep, fuel calcs screwed me. Yep. Always put in an extra couple of liters. Alright, everything seemingly calming down a little bit here. Well, now, this battle is about to heat up once again because we've got Gresic right on the tail of these two. Lean is trying to make a move while being blue flagged. This is going to be spicy. There we go. Moves out of the way, letting Gresic through. Slots in behind. Oh, both Flo and Linus though go wide. So Flo's probably gonna have to let Gresic through here. It might be unreasonable to slot back in, but he does anyway. He takes the risk. It looked like Linus wanted to re-overtake Tomek there. And more traffic coming up above. Gresic now getting a little bit frustrated. Flo moves out of the way. Let's Gresic go around the outside. But that... Oh, that's going to let Linus in very close. Oh, this is going to be spicy. Ooh, Adrian in the pits again. So, what was that for? Drive through again. Second drive through of this race. In fact, the only person to serve a drive-through. Sarah has served a stop-go 30. That would be for spinning in the pit lane. Ooh. Don't return to track. That could have been absolutely horrendous. Lorenzetti is clearly the quicker driver out of these two, because he's staying with Pacetto the whole time, but Pacetto just putting the car exactly where he needs to. And I got spun entering the pits. No! Oh, Beldy! My days! What has happened? Scoot putting pressure on Amar. This is for P15 of this race. I'm sure Amar would have wanted to be a bit further forward as well, but that is some pretty heavy damage on that McLaren. And Scoot did have pretty heavy damage earlier as well. He was fighting much further up as well. And in fact, probably would have been up there, P6-7. And he not got that damage. Pit stop was 101 seconds, so yeah, quite a bit. Ooh. I don't know if that was contact or not, but Scoot was all the way on the outside, and Amar was understeering a little, so looked okay to me. But anyway, on to this spicy battle. And leader on to the final lap of the race. Linus, we pay a guy to cut the grass. You don't have to do that. Although he wants to make sure he gets the absolute maximum value for money out of this DLC by making sure to use up as much space as possible. But that does then give plenty of space to Flo. So that battle's probably over. Flo's going to take P10 here, I think. But let's go on board with Val Thunder for now, as he comes around basically for what is a victory lap. 6 seconds to Gresic behind. He never had it easy during this race. It certainly never looked like it was going to be an easy one. Just cutting some grass there to use as much track as possible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, if you buy a DLC track, you want to use all of the DLC track, right? You know. And Adrian, I think they're trying to get past a blue flag, and making contact with Sarah there. And that could have been even worse for Adrian. And Val Thunder wins the round 2 of the championship. We missed that, unfortunately, because the autocam took us away to that. Tomek comes home P2 there today. Good solid result for Tomek. And Val Thunder's going to be able to move quite a considerable amount up the table then. Kenzo in there in P3. So good podium there for Kenzo. Marvin, what a recovery drive for Marvin there today. Yeah, 7 seconds, by the way. Great race. He missed our drinking session yesterday. Yeah, exactly. And Val. Exactly. Oh, cheeky hydrate. Gotta. Yep. There we go. We hydrate. Marvin P4. What an event. Or what a recovery, rather, for Marvin. Absolutely incredible to have driven all the way to P4. Jan Ivanov has come home P5 then. And good result for Jan there. I think he'll be pretty happy with that, as the circuit breakers parked side by side. Look at that. That is that's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous from those guys. Where's it? There we go. Brilliant stuff. Joel Carnelling, another great result there in P6. Ryan McLagan in P7. Alex Pacetto in P8. Matteo Lorenzetti P9. Florian is going to have to settle for P10 there today. Whew! So, quite the race there. Unlucky in turn 1. Yeah, whole race was destroyed. Lambo. That thing don't drive. Yep, yep. I imagine a destroyed Lambo doesn't drive very well. What is better, Moza or Fanatec? Ooh. I think what is better is Acetec. And if you do need some racing gear, check out Acetec. They've got some great stuff out there, especially with their entry level stuff as well. Yep, you can get a 5% discount on us. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yes, let's do. What a transition, I know, right? Did you like that one, Shinzo? I thought that was quite good. If you would like an interview, please do pop into the ACC paddock. We'll bring you up for a bit of a chat. So we'll see here if anyone does pop in. There is Kenzo. We'll move him up because I'm sure he'll be ready for a chat. Shinzo.
Hello.
You made quite what, 3 positions up there? P6.
Yes.
So, you know, for qualifying, did you expect P6 or was that a bit of a struggle in qualifying?
I expect lower.
Wow. Okay. So even your
because like in
qualifying.
Red Bull Ring, I didn't drive that much, even on
Okay.
F1 game on the IC and ACC. So I'm really not used to this track. Last time I used it, I was running the Porsche, so
Interesting.
it was a long time. So yeah, I was. I know I can be fast on maybe the worst track can be the P6 was a track that got at a good position. Man, unfortunately I think I'd only do like 1 or 2 valid lap because I was maybe up to 1 or 2 tenths from my final lap, but could not just go to the track at the last corner and couldn't do the same again. So I think I could maybe like be start P5 or P4, maybe not P3. I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, still a great result to start P6. But yeah, everything happened during the race, and I finished P3 at the end. Very lonely race. I really saw nothing. Like I was miles ahead of the guy behind me, and the guy like Valton and Crazy went miles ahead in front of me. So could have kept it a bit to them at the start of the race, but they were still a bit faster than me, like maybe 1 or 2 tenths faster each lap. And then after the pit stop, they could just decide to lift off a bit and just keeping the race like that.
Yep, very, very good. And I mean, that's part of racecraft, knowing when to back off a little and securing the position. But great race there today. Bit of a surprise podium then, do you think?
Yes. Yes, I think I was more expecting like maybe a P4, not a podium.
Interesting.
Like I know I'm faster on track, especially on lap 1. I think I've described that like I'm very fast in lap 1 at last year in Hungary Ring.
Yeah.
And that P3 really not a position that I was expecting in Red Bull Ring, but that's still a great result to take, especially after the Nordschleife race, where I can finish P2.
Yes, indeed, and that was a very good race indeed. But yeah, so a bit of a quiet one there today, but congratulations on the podium. So I hope you enjoy. Are you looking forward to the LMU later?
Yeah, of course.
Interlagos.
You what I'm gonna say for this race.
Excellent, excellent. So we will see you later then, and hopefully you'll all cheer Shinzo on in Interlagos later. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's see who else. Marvin, what a recovery. So coming into this race with a quali ban, it was always going to be a bit of damage limitation, just trying to get as far up the grid as possible. But to come all the way up to P4, you got to be pretty happy with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was aiming for somewhere in the top 10. But yeah, the strategy worked out quite well, going for the pits in lap 2, I think. Had a clear track after that and managed to go into P4 after everybody pitted.
Excellent, excellent, very good. Yeah, were you always then going to go in with that early pit strategy, just get into the clear air and just try and drive your own race? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Worked pretty well this time. Um, I did escape the carnage on lap one quite well
That's true.
with little damage. But yeah, just I was stuck behind a train of cars in lap two, so I was just gonna dive into the pits and get that out of the way early.
Good idea. Good idea. Looking forward then to the next couple of races. Any there that really you're really looking forward to?
I'll have to look at the calendar. I think Spa is going
Wait,
to
you haven't
be
memorized the calendar off by heart?
not fully, no.
I can't say
Spa
anything.
should be fine.
Yep.
Watkins, I'm scared of the curbs. It's
Oh
going to be
yes.
interesting in the Ferrari.
Very.
Other than that, yeah, Silverstone should be quite a good one for the Ferrari as well, but that's a bit later in the
Excellent.
season.
Superb, superb. Well, with that performance today, we really look forward to seeing you out there, hopefully battling for podiums. Is podiums really the target for this season? You know, the guys up at the front there seem to have really incredible pace. You know, not to say that it's unreachable, but you know, definitely they're very, very quick. So, what kind of target do you have this season?
I believe like top five, top four. That's definitely possible at every track. Yeah, Valfanda and Tomek, they have incredible pace. It's insane. But yeah, depending on the track, how strong the car is, I think we can definitely battle for podiums. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, congratulations. That was a good result there today, and we look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you next time.
Looking forward to the next one. Thank you.
Excellent. Next up, then we'll go to Val Thunder. So basically, from turn one all the way to the end, you held the lead all the way through. Tomek was right there the whole time, especially in that second phase of the race. Tell us how that went for you today.
First of all, I'm happy that after a very long time that I had many real life problems, I managed to return back and secure a good result both previous week and this week.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, to have a Tomek right on my rear wing all the race except the last 10 minutes, it was so stressful. It was make me push myself more. I sweat like crazy. But I managed to stay consistent and took the race win.
Yeah, and that I think is something that is very important to say about your race today, that it was just pure consistency. You know, whenever we were looking at your lap times, it was the same every lap, every lap. Is this something that you practice a lot? Does it come naturally to you, that consistency? You know, what do you think?
Every week for every race, I do not practice qualifying pace at all. I don't care to get to the pole position. I put my car with full fuel tank and just make lap after lap after lap after lap.
There we go,
I
everyone.
look only to improve my race pace. Qualifying, if you have a good line that from your race pace, you can travel it to the qualifiers a little bit faster, and will get the times. It's not a problem.
Excellent.
But the race pace to manage to hit the same lap after lap after lap is the most important.
That, everyone, is the Val Thunder secret. So now we all know your secret, Val Thunder. Yeah, maybe we can all use that little piece of advice. So no, that's very interesting, and that then, yep, must be where that consistency comes. So congratulations for the win there today. And then looking to the rest of the season, again, there are a lot of people there that are looking very competitive. Adrian, who just took pole there today. Tomek Resek, who is going to be very close to you all season as well as a couple of the guys who were very fast last week. So this is going to be quite a challenge this season, but you up for the fight?
Yeah, I'm up. I am up for the fight. I'm very excited
Excellent.
to fight the whole season and eventually to take again the title from the season 13 back to season 15.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we look forward to watching you this whole season. It is always very entertaining to watch you racing. So, congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Have a nice night, everyone, and good luck on the Le Mans Ultimate race later.
Thank you very much. And then finally, Flo. Not the event you would have wanted there today. That another bit of bad luck there at the start of the race. A reasonably good recovery. You know, I assume you probably would have wanted to be a bit further forward. But yeah, tough day in the office there today, do you think?
Well, yeah, the qualifying was okay, and also I thought like maybe I'm not the fastest there on the track because I just don't like it in the game being, especially because you can basically drive every corner almost only with one tire left on the curb, and the rest is out of track. So yeah, it's just against my racing spirit to be almost every corner off track. So it was hard fighting, and then qualifying was okay. I could have been a bit better on pace, but yeah, and then basically at the start there was car behind me who probably got a disconnect and or some pinging issues because in my rear mirror he was all the time there. He touched the inner curb and just pit maneuvered me. Bad luck, but then it continued in turn two. I left low pass, tried to cover him on the outside, and some guy behind me just spun me once again out, so I had bad damage. Then I had the decision to make if I gonna stay out with the damage or gonna go into the pit instantly. I did pit instantly. Made a small mistake with not changing tires. I think if I would have, I wouldn't have that much problem in the mid stint because the car was really slippery.
Yep.
Also to the fact that I never trained it with full fuel because my plan was normally to start half load and refuel half load due to the fixed fuel time. Well, but then I got back into the rhythm. I struggled a bit at the end but still had a nice fight with Linus as well. It was really fun to manage the traffic coming from behind. As Wolfana said, it's never nice to have a Tomek behind you.
No.
Especially when you're blue flagged and you should let them pass. So
Yes.
it was really hard to manage it that Linus didn't get an advantage from letting him pass. So, but
Yes.
I think I managed well, and I think I'm getting an expert in damage reduction.
Yes, I think so. Hopefully, next time out, it is more about you know, not damage reduction, whatever that is. Damage not control, making
Well,
damage.
just
You don't
not
want to make
getting.
damage.
It's not in my hand. Just not getting killed in turn one
Yes.
and turn three.
Yes.
So
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, good luck for next week then. And hopefully the rest of the season goes a little bit smoother.
yeah,
Okay.
no, thank you.
So, thank you very much for joining us here today. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I certainly had good fun today. We had some great battles all the way down the field. Don't forget to join us for LMU that is coming up a little bit later. We are about to get underway for that. So don't miss that whenever we get underway for Interlagos. So, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.